Yo, Maron, what are you doing? Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything you gotta do, man. It goes a long way, trust me. You like my shirt? Get straight into the episode.
For the last 2 weeks, all I've heard is that New South Wales don't get Origin. There are some points in my life where I start to think maybe they're right, maybe we just don't get it, but I refuse to believe it. By saying that New South Wales don't get Origin, that means all this beauty, they don't get State of Origin. As a New South Wales fan, sometimes I feel like the boys need a reminder of what this city is all about, where they came from. See this harbour bridge behind us? Thousands of people put their blood, sweat and tears into building such a beautiful bridge, such a beautiful landmark. New South Wales players, you need to put your blood, sweat and tears onto the field, just like those men put their blood, sweat and tears into that bridge. Do it for the city of Sydney. State of Origin is a complex game. Complex, like the Sydney Opera House. Look at this man. Must be a Queenslander. And now we're at Bondi Beach. You know who loves the beach? Damien Cook. Legend has it he's done plenty of beach sprints in his time. We're going to need all of that work to translate onto the footy field on Wednesday night. Suncorp Stadium, Damien's going to cook. Now we're here at La Perouse, home to the La Perouse Panthers. This is a familiar place for the one and only Addo Carme, the fastest man on the planet. These were your old stomping grounds. I'm going to need you to make Suncorp Stadium your stomping ground on Wednesday night. Behind us is Bear Island 4. Where they filmed Mission Impossible 2. A lot of people would describe Game 2 for New South Wales as being Mission Impossible. But just because it hasn't been done in a long time, doesn't mean it is impossible. If there's one man that can make the impossible possible, it's you, Addo Carr. Behind me right now are the Botany Docs. The only time they might smile is if the Blues are victorious on Wednesday night. Do it for them. To the one Lebo in the team, Mitchell Moses, bro. Do it for all the brothers in the area. Show these cunts in Suncorp you're Lebanese by door. Do it for the people risking their lives on this stupid fucking roundabout every day. And of course, the greatest landmark of all, Liverpool KKs. Everybody knows this place is going to be cranking if we win the series. The only thing sweeter than a Krispy Kreme original glazed donut is the Blues bringing home the Origin Shield. I'm Gus TOUM, and most importantly, enjoy your Origin football. Go to Blues.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is a painful episode, but a hopeful episode.
Not too painful.
Don't cut me off. Listen, watch this.
Bro, you took a 10-second break. What cut off? It's a rough break.
Listen, no. Well, you have to let me. You have to let the. What were you saying on the weekend? Well,
don't cut me off, bro.
I gotta let it marinate.
Let me take my 10-second break between sentences.
I gotta let it marinate. I'm just trying to let it marinate, cuz.
What?
Anyway, welcome back, ladies and
I can't
gentlemen.
remember what I said.
Boys and girls, we're here, man. Another episode of League Lads. We got a few things to talk about. There's no agenda. It's just straight out.
We're
Mans.
freestyling, bro.
Mans. There's no L Mans because the whole Bulldogs topic is going to be literally an L Mans.
Yeah, the whole Dogs forward pack is L Mans.
And we'll talk about Origin.
Yeah.
Just predictions and Latrell being out and whatnot. Ben Hunt and what was the last thing? Gutherson, you want to speak
I want to talk about Gutherson, bro.
Let's start off. Is that W Mans?
Yeah, Gutherson's definitely W Mans.
Alright, let's go.
Ponga, I really want to give him a W Mans because he's still playing well. Manu,
I stepped up this week, huh?
it was a machine this week.
I didn't watch the Roosters game, bro.
But he was playing fullback. He wasn't playing six. Wallah, he's the worst six I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's a bad six.
It,
I just think the Roosters are in shambles. They just don't know what they're doing. They're like the Bulldogs a bit, man.
I'm
just
hearing
picking
a lot about like potential drama that's happening right now inside the team.
Yeah.
But like, it's not confirmed or anything. So
like what? What's the drama? Like spill the beans,
beef
bro.
between players, bro. All this sort of stuff. But whether it's legitimate or not, I don't know. So I'm not gonna say. But it would make sense if there was something happening behind closed doors.
It would make sense, but at the same time, them boys have been with each other for pretty long time now.
Yeah,
and they have good leaders in that team, so I don't know if the drama situation is real, but could happen, bro. Anything could happen. You never know what happens in teams.
It would make sense the way they're playing, man.
Yeah, because they just look like they're broken, bro. It looks like they just got nothing happening for them. I didn't watch the Newcastle game, so I wouldn't know. But even against the Bulldogs, bro, we literally let them win.
And we forgot about one W mans, of
Go
course.
on.
Alex TWAL, mate.
Oh my
How
goodness!
could you forget, bro? I'm
Oh my
disappointed in you.
goodness!
One
Nah.
of the shabab had a happy moment, bro.
I'm gonna let you look into the camera right now and just speak your heart.
I've missed one Tigers game all year, and I was really nervous that, of course, this is gonna be the game that I miss out on. I had no internet, so I wasn't streaming. So I just said, let me go out with the family. One of the little cousins having a birthday party at like TikToks, so let me go. I can't ride the slides, I can't climb nothing, but let me just go. I look at my phone and it's Tanaka texting the group chat. TWAL, I'm like, oh my god, don't tell me. Don't tell me I missed TWAL scoring. And what do you know? He bloody scored.
100 and how many
I
games?
think it was 117, something
116, 117 games. Alex TWAL. We had Tyson Frizzell this year as our fraud of the week, as our Illmans of the week. Actually, it's a better way of saying it. And rightly so. He stopped him from scoring. You remember that video that we made on TikTok?
Yeah,
Everyone started
not
commenting.
happy.
But bro, when it's written, it's written. It's written in the stars. Even the way Clemmer put his hand in, he was about to grab the ball and he backed out and he seen it and he's just like, you know what, bro? This guy needs a try, bro. But Alex TWAL scores the try. Absolute scenes, bro. I swear the Tigers fans did not care that they lost, bro. That was probably one of the best days they've had in a while.
They should have stormed the field, mate.
They actually should have.
The NRL should have let the Tigers fans celebrate with TWAL.
Bro, that was just a beautiful moment, and I just want to give a shout out, massive shout out. I know Alex TWAL's getting all the credit, but without Vossi commentating that the way he commentated it, oh my goodness, bro. Andrew Voss needs to be commentating State of Origin.
Yeah, I said it. I think Cast Patrol had a post about like who's the GOAT commentator, and Voss is actually the GOAT commentator for me over Rabs. Yeah, like Rabs is like, I know he does all the big games and stuff, but no one makes me laugh more than Vossi.
Yeah, Vossi says some funny shit.
Vossi, like, and the thing with Vossi is Vossi will make a terrible game really good because it's Vossi, and that's why I really like him. Like, I don't think Rabs and
did he do the Bulldogs game? He done the Bulldogs game.
I don't know. I was
Vossi.
there.
I think he done the Bulldogs game.
I haven't watched the Bulldogs game on TV since the first Warriors.
It's just a bloodbath massacre, bro. But he done the Bulldogs game and he actually made it interesting. Even though I can't remember, he done someone's game and it was just a boring game. And bro, he makes things interesting. He says funny things. I'll never forget. And you know what, bro? He's actually a true he actually loves the game. Like, when you look at someone and you're like the other guy that commentates. I don't know. He's Dan. I think his name's Dan.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, no, his name's Dan. Something. He's new. He's like last year and this year. Goodbye. The goodbye guy. He's for me. I just don't rate him at all. No hate to him at all, but I just don't rate him. I feel like he doesn't know nothing. I feel like he's just there because it's his job.
Yeah.
Then you got Vossi. Vossi goes in there, bro. He's the happiest bloke to commentate freaking Bulldogs Tigers. You know what I mean? Like the worst quality NRL game possible.
And he would always comment on it. Like he would talk about how bad the game is. Like, oh mate, they'd always come up with some one-liner. That's the beauty of him. Like he's like because I obviously do something similar on kick and stuff. And he was like my inspiration to do all of that stuff. Like if he has a script, he doesn't use it.
Yeah, he does not use a script.
Like what you see is Vossi. Like he's gonna do a good job commentating whenever he's on the mic.
I really
That's
think
why he's my favorite.
I think Channel 9 should just do something about it, bro. Because Wallah, State of Origin puts me to sleep. Just for me, commentators are a big part of sport. When I watch anything, when I watch Martin Tyler in the EPL, I want to fall asleep, bro.
Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, I'm so happy. We're gonna talk about that in another show. But yeah, man, for me it's Vossi, Rabs, and I just want to say one more thing on Vossi. Do you remember the Silvo on Tedesco?
Yeah.
That call. What did he say? Call the ambulance. Forget the ambulance. Call the priest.
He's like, Snoop Dogg is really good at commentary as well.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg's
because it's him. You know what I mean? All the emotion that he feels, he lets it out on the mic.
Damn, dog, you see that jump and shit? I
remember Nate Robinson got knocked out. And he's like, oh Lord, like pretty much saying call the priest, pretty much.
I gotta love it, man. All right, let's go.
What's a W, bro?
So we had TWAL is the biggest W of all time. On our whole podcast history.
If only he was on the Cast Patrol. Like if he went on there earlier, bro, he would have scored earlier. I'm telling you, the Cast Patrol effect.
Shout out to the Cast Patrol boys, literally putting casts on people to score tries. But let's get into Illmans. Basically, just the Bulldogs. I don't want to talk about any other team.
You want to talk about that now?
What do you want to talk about?
The Dogs now?
What do you want to get into?
Let's get straight while it's fresh.
It's fresh as yesterday, right?
Yeah, man.
I don't want to waste another second. I'm going to give you my input first.
Can I just say one thing? Because I know I've spoken about this guy a lot, and seeing him get moved from fullback after half an hour,
if that's the loss I have to endure for Perham to lose the fullback gig, I'm a happy man.
All right, listen to this.
The sacrifice is worthy. I can go through a couple games of pain for that to happen.
We said this, me and you, in the group. Like, thank God this. We didn't obviously never want this to happen.
I got to say, obviously, you look at the Dogs team. Hayes isn't the biggest problem.
No,
but he's the easiest. He's a problem that has the easiest fix, and like he works hard, and you look at the stat sheet at the end of the game. Yeah, he made 150 meters. Good on him, but his impact on the game is like
zero.
Besides the Dragons game,
he's Aiden Tolman, literally.
The Dragons game, I think it was his best game by far. But most of the time, the possession stops there. He always gets the ball on fourth and gets tackled. He's putting kicks in now. Like, I've
said this time and time again. I don't hate any player. Like, I don't hate a player.
Yeah.
Right? But let me go in. This Bulldogs team, for years and years, many years, we've watched them. We sign players. We wait for them to come. We have hope. I remember the Corey Allen signings. Players like that. We're like, maybe like he could be a shining. We give him big money, obviously, because we're in a lot of trouble as a club. We're paying overs, which is something I hate doing, but we had to do it. You have to do that shit sometimes. That's number one. Number two, we've watched them for so long, and it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again, right?
Yeah.
Des Hasler was the last coach to actually succeed. And when I mean succeed is, we looked like a proper club with Des Hasler. We never had any dramas. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we never had any sort of moments where we're like, man, what direction are we going in? Like, we're clueless, we're lost, right? Now, when the Bulldogs needed the coach, when we had, what's the brother, Dean, was it not Dean Pay? The guy after him last year.
Are you talking about, like, did you just, like, Des, towards the end of his tenure, had no direction?
No, but I'm not just looking at, when I look at Des, I don't just think about the end. I know what happened at the end was a bit
like,
wrong.
there's 2 stages for Des.
But
when he came, and then when
he was about to leave.
Des had a plan in place, right? Yeah. It's like I call it the LeBron plan, because he always does this.
Quick success.
Win now.
Yeah.
So put all the eggs into the now basket. Screw the future. Everything back-ended deal, so you can have as many good players playing the roster for this 3
Yeah, he
4
tried
year
to
period.
exactly what you're saying. The
we
LeBron
got
thing.
2 grand finals, we just didn't win.
Okay,
and because we didn't win, the rebuilding part where we have James Graham and Aiden Tolman and Greg Eastwood all on like 800 grand a year playing subpar football, it's the most painful thing ever. And we're still like rebuilding from that point now. And that's why I sort of like what the Dogs are doing now, because if we sign a big name player, like, let's look at Thompson and Pangai, for example. We sign big name players and it's the opposite. Instead of being on back-ended deals, they're all front-loaded. So that we're giving them the bulk of their money now while we're in the rebuilding phase, so that when all of our young players are starting to hit their stride and get used to the league, they're still good players. We're surrounded by better players on a really good value for money contract that lets us keep the young guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But no, what it does, I'm saying at least he achieved grand finals.
Yeah, at least
top 8. I don't know. Maybe was there a season? I can't really remember exact season by season. Was there a season with Des we didn't make the top 8?
Yeah, 3.
What, 3 seasons?
Yeah. So 16 we didn't make it, 17 we didn't make it, and 18 we didn't make it.
Anyway,
I think we didn't make it 16.
It's not as bad as this. The money.
There was some level of happiness before the.
Yeah, but money wise, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But right now. So
then
Bulldogs.
Des, Pay.
Yeah, and then we had someone else after that. Who's last year?
So it went Des, Pay, and then Pay.
What's his name? I keep forgetting him, bro.
Barrett.
No, took over.
Yeah. No. So there was the Greek guy. Then
No, I'm talking about who took after Barrett. Potter,
Yeah.
that's Potter. All right. So when we had
Potter's
Potter,
still there.
Potter's still there. We had Potter. We were happy. It's getting somewhere after Barrett went, whatnot. Now we're back to square one. All right. Listen, there's injuries. I get it, and I say this every single time. I don't care. Against the Roosters, I didn't care about that loss as much as it hurts you.
It felt like a win.
Because it felt like a win. We actually played well. We had them under pressure. Little errors which you can fix. It's not an issue. We fix them and then whatnot. Then we go up against Para, right? We had a full team, yeah? Everyone played, correct me if I'm wrong. Adaka played, Burden played. All our superstars and all that played, right? We played good first, whatever it was, and then we just shut the bed. We got belted, right? Now, second week in a row, this is happening. We play the Sharks. I knew we're not going to win this game. We were missing our key players, and as important as they are to us, we should have to go on without them. It's Origin, whatnot. We're missing them. Nick Hines wants to make a statement. Sharks have just got belted. I know this was going to happen. But what burns me is the effort. Now, you got players on big money, right? Pangai, you got all these Thompson, Kickout. All right, Thompson and Kickout are injured. I'm not going to blame them. Okay, I'm not going to be... Yesterday, I was probably angry and saying this, but I'm not going to blame them for being injured. It's not what they want, bro. They want to be on the field. But paying players overs and overs and overs just for someone like Curtis Moran to come in and rip it up, bro. Play from his heart. Players like Blake Wilson, when he gets the chance, come in, does a way better job than anyone else that's got the thing. Averillo, Kira's playing on... They're playing on half a leg. Like, you can see it in them, bro, that these players are not fit. That's what hurts me the most is the effort. Why? Where is the effort? Why are we getting injured in training? What are we doing in training? Are we with I don't know, Francis Ngannou in training? Is it Francis Ngannou on the like? What's the situation of training where we're getting injured? That's another thing, right? Also, another thing is the fullback position. Now, listen. People tell me Perham didn't have a bad game, whatever. Okay, listen. If Perham makes 2 errors, right? He's the last man. It's like a goalkeeper making errors. If a goalkeeper makes errors, you lose the game. It's very, very simple. No matter how good everyone else plays, you're going to lose the game. There was moments in that game yesterday where I just thought, like, before he got moved, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, and I look at Seraldo, and last week we spoke about Seraldo, like, he's doing a decent job, you know, I feel bad for him and whatnot. But these are the things he has to get right, bro. Like, choosing these players, bro. I don't know what Topany, whatever his name is, has to do to get in the team. Moran has to do to play in the team constantly.
Well, he's not going to lose his starting gig now.
Who?
He pretty much said it.
Who?
Seraldo.
No, I don't want him to lose this. I don't want to leave.
No, like Moran's playing every week now.
100%. I'm happy. But why? But he played last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
Moran played last year, and he was unbelievable.
No, but he got hooked last year too by Potter.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, and he played like 3 or 4 games.
I thought he was great always. Maybe one bad game.
I thought he was too.
Maybe one bad game, whatnot. But
No, not even.
Okay, all these big names, right? Cause Pangai, I seen Pangai for 20 minutes yesterday. Well, I maybe played more. I don't know. I was just angry, laughing at this whole game. But cause come on, you're on this much money. You're experienced. You're talented. You done this weight loss all season. You went on a weight loss. You moved. You know, like I know he had a very hard start to his preseason with his. I think he lost a child or something. But this is like redemption. Where's your redemption? Like I don't see what's happening. Then you have a bad origin. Well, I actually didn't think it was so bad. I just think we spoke about
average.
This. It was average, but just the error that overshadows all your efforts. But little things, cause these players, like, there's no effort. I don't see effort, bro. And I love the Bulldogs. I'll back Phil Gould. I back Seraldo. I'll always back these people because they're making changes and whatnot. But I just don't understand, wallah, the effort. I hope it's a one-off game. I hope it is. But you want me to be honest with you? I don't think it is. I think this is constantly going to happen. We've been getting bashed down the middle.
No, we need this buy. We need this buy.
Thank God for this buy, right?
Fuck, we need it.
But I don't want to see, like, if I see Hayes Perham again, what better is Seraldo than Barrett when he kept playing Ockenbo on the wing?
No, mate.
Kept playing Ockenbo, kept playing this player.
He's already got more wins than Barrett.
Okay, no worries. Forget the wins. I don't care.
That's the whole point.
How long did Barrett
Barrett
coaching?
was there a year and a half. He's been there. Seraldo's been there half a year.
Okay, no worries. But
they
read off a season, didn't they, for Barrett? Because it was like half, like right off. He came in end of the season and whatnot.
No,
anyway,
he came in the beginning.
So he had a year and a half.
Yeah. They had a Greek guy take over after pay until Barrett came.
Who? Why can't I remember this?
Because it was
a
bad period. I can't remember his name. I keep thinking it's Scandalis, but it's not. He had a long Greek last name.
Okay, anyway.
But anyway, so the thing with, like, I saw on multiple podcasts,
I'm not, by the way,
slating Seraldo.
No, by the way, one sec. I'm not saying they're the same. Well, I'm not. But there's things that are so important. Sorry, before we go, I'll let you go in. There's this team selection. Because it's so important.
The little things.
The little things. He's doing the same thing. He's sticking. He's staying loyal. Staying loyal. It's like bloody Klopp and Milner staying loyal.
Okay, let's look at. So Barrett would have taken 20 games at least to do the Carl Oapu and Flanagan switch. Seraldo did that after like 10.
Okay.
He's not. He put Ockenbo on the wing for 1 game. Said, okay, this ain't gonna work. Forward Ockenbo time. This could be like Joel Linton, but I just feel like because like Seraldo and Barrett are incomparable.
Nah, definitely.
Seraldo, some of the stuff I've seen people say about Seraldo, I'm gonna lose it. Especially the start of the season, the brand of football we were playing was way better than what Trent Barrett ever did.
100%.
We'd be down by 30 under Trent Barrett, playing like we're up by 10, like 1 out bullshit. No one's playing like we're losing. Just the most simple, boring football I've ever seen. Serrado, they actually throw the ball around. The more we throw the ball around, the better the team is.
100%.
I just think, man, I just want to start off with the training thing. The fact that all these, like, we just got Travis Tuma, right? Think of it like this. He only coaches the best, he only trains the best teams. He's in New South Wales camp. He's in Australia camp. Like, he's an elite trainer.
Yeah.
These guys are obviously got ruined in the pumped in the preseason, like killed. And their bodies are breaking down because they're not conditioned for it, really. Kickout is the one exception, but Kickout had no pre-season.
I understand Kickout.
He had no preseason because he had a World Cup and his father passed away. Yeah, he was working so hard to get back, to make up for it, and that's when he's injured himself. The rest of the boys, they got killed and weren't conditioned for it because they've done nothing in training for the last 3 or 4 years, or nothing on the level that Travis was. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And from what I've heard,
that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. But they do look like a fitter team, especially early on in the year. Now I understand they don't, but I've got a couple reasons why. And I think there's one thing that Serrado really needs to look at, and it's the utility swap. I don't think we should have utility. I don't think it offers us any value whatsoever besides giving a young bloke a run. I think we need 4 forwards on the bench, especially when he has Pele that he's only playing like 10 minutes a game.
He played 20 minutes yesterday. I couldn't believe my eyes.
He's putting him in way too late as well. Like, put him on in the first 20. He didn't touch the ground. I don't think he touched it.
No. He came on 60th minute.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why.
After the game was done and dusted,
bro, they're dying, bro. Give them some help. Like, we need 4 forwards on the bench. Like, you want to talk about Topane. Topane he really doesn't get played because he's pretty small. And every time he's been given a chance this year, he's had to play centre. Because every game he played, the winger got hurt. Like, Carraz got hurt and he had to play in the centres, and Alamori had to go to the wing. And Fox got hurt. He had to play in the centres, and Alamori had to go to the wing. Both games we got pumped because they exploited that side. Mm-hmm. Moran is he's not the biggest bloke either.
I love him, bro.
But, man, he plays with so much heart. Same as Topane.
Has 80th, 70th minute, he was
I'm
flying.
telling you, if we replace our utility with, like, it's not like we're taking Marnie off. No. It's not. We're playing someone at lock that isn't a lock.
Yeah, Carl
and we're getting absolutely hammered in the middle. 4 or 5 forwards scored on the weekend. I couldn't believe it.
Tom Hazelton, bro.
I put $75 on Katoa and Kennedy. They didn't even touch the ball the whole game. They're just scoring in the middle. Marnie, they're leaving him isolated.
Yeah, Marnie got... I said this to you.
He didn't really get exposed, but he's getting isolated. He got
not exposed. It's a wrong word, but I was trying to say that because Haram, the guy is trying to tackle. He can't tackle anymore.
You got to give him some help.
He just got belted. So if you're going to bring a lock on, if you're going to bring a utility, it has, like what you're saying, I 100% agree with you. But I don't think, who do you bring on, bro?
Bro, we have anyone that's a forward. There's Topane. There's Tony, the guy that got booked off on the Tigers. I'm going to butcher his name. I'm not even going to bother. He's a bloody machine. Bro, even Skelton. You're telling me Skelton can't play in the forwards? The guy's bigger than half the team. The guy's a machine.
What's his preferred position? Centre?
Centre or wing. Yeah. But I reckon he could play second row.
Yeah.
I'm sure Skelton will just want to get onto the park.
He just literally wants to play,
bro. Bro, even I'm not even kidding. Like, Alamodi is just he
can't tackle for his life, Kazwala.
No, he's gotten better defensively. Yeah, but he has to. If he miss, he'll miss a lot because he always goes low. But man, some hits he had last week, yesterday went mad. But
I don't care.
His run meters are mad. Maybe we even try and move him into the a potential forward.
This is not.
But our reserve grade team is ruining everyone. Like, think of it like this. This is what Gus is the best at, bro. How many we've had the most players get promoted to the first grade. So the most ins and outs, injuries, people getting dropped, whatever. Because they're still first, the reserve grade team. No matter who they put in, they play gun. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know what, I would get rid of the utility spot. I don't, like guys like New Brown that he was using at the start of the season to play lock. I don't think having an undersized lock is working with this team. because they're getting ruined in the middle. They need a actual legitimate forward.
They need basics, bro. They need the basics to be done correctly first, and then we can start implementing a Penrith Isaiah style of lock and whatnot.
We're not good enough for that.
That's what I mean.
The forward pack is not good enough.
That's what I mean.
And how many times do I tell you, like, you guys, like, I made a TikTok about Hayes Perham, and I said a fullback is a problem, but it's not our biggest problem. It's the forward pack. Like, we have discussions on the group chat all the time, like, oh yeah, Burton's not a 7, and you think that it's the halves or it's the backs. It's not. It's the forwards. And if you have a shit forward pack, you're not going to do anything.
No, you're 100. I never disagree with you on that.
People last year in Game 3 especially were just giving it to Cleary.
Our forwards are horrendous.
Bro, he's literally kicking it from his own 40 every set.
That's not his fault. That's the forward pack's fault.
You are dealt the forwards are the guys that deal the hands. If your hand is shit, because the forward pack didn't go forward. If you're not going forward and you're getting smashed, you're not gonna go. You can't do anything as a half. You really can't do anything as a back. Otherwise, you have to take a risk and go wide.
They dictate the position of where you're gonna get where you're gonna have the ball most of the game. Halves,
forwards. That's the whole point.
I think we're lacking them.
The easiest way to win is by gaining territory, and that's why I had zero. I went to the game for other reasons. I knew we were gonna lose.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go to Shark Park. There's some Sharks players I know.
Shout him out, bro.
Yeah, I'm going with my best mate. You know, he's a Sharks fan. You know what I mean? Braden, big shout out to him. He's been so nice throughout this, like, since I started this thing. Ever since I really started speaking to him, he's a legend.
Bro.
I'd love to get him on here one day. I was chasing him, bro. I was hunting him like 3 minutes before the game.
And he came up to you like, oh yeah, sorry, bro.
He was walking the other way, and I yelled out to him when he saw me. He came and took a photo. So legend, that was worth it. It was worth the trip. Even though we got belted.
Nah, it's fine. We all knew that. Well, I didn't expect them to win. I just expect
the fact that Burton literally compensates for how shit the forward pack is.
I know that.
Because when we have a bad set, what do? Just give it to Burton.
Big kick.
He'll punt it down the field, bro.
Yeah.
This week we had
Flanagan and
Carl. They're not very good at long distance kicking.
Nah, no way.
And it's literally like it was like, let's say you have a 50-meter zone. We were losing 10 meters every play. And they're like, if they didn't score within 3 plays, like they would have started at the 10 or the 20. Then Kennedy's bringing it back 3 sets later.
Right there.
He's bringing it up to the 50 and they're starting play 1 at 50.
It was a massacre, bro. Man, yeah, I got a question for you. What do you do next week? If you're the coach of the next team, not after the bye, I want you to pick your team. I want you to pick your spine.
Yeah, so personally, I'll go. My top 5 will be my back line will be either of 2. Okay, we've got 2 options. Both of them work well. I'd pick one, and I'll say why. I would personally go Averillo at fullback. I'd go Carraz on the wing. I'd go Skelton and Skelton and probably Burns, bro.
In the centers.
Or we'll go Skelton and Alamotti in the centers. Leave it that way, and I'll go Fox on the other wing. Or like. Basically, yeah.
Who's your 6 and your 7?
My 6 and my 7. I was really happy with Flanagan yesterday, but I'm thinking about the future.
No, don't. I don't care about
my lineup. I
don't care about what
I like
try wins. I care about the future now.
I'd have Carl and Burton 6 and 7.
Okay.
I think the club thinks that's the direction going forward. Now, do I think we have more of a chance of winning if we have Flano the way he played last week? And Burton at 6, probably, yeah. But this season's a write-off. I don't think we're going to make the 8.
No, we're not making
So I want Carl to get as much game time as possible. So if he plays 6 next year, he's got a lot of games under his belt. Same as what we're doing with Alamotti this year, you know what I mean? Like giving him, like if they decide to keep him, he'll be better for it playing this year. But, yeah, it would, then my 6 and 7 is Carl and Burton.
Who's your 8, 9, 10? Obviously, in 9's Barney.
I'm going King and Pangai. We're constantly chasing forwards. So we're constantly chasing points. I want to start off strong. Okay? I don't think King's very good off the bench because he's just a very good forward to start off with. And then my 11 and 12 would be...
when everyone's fit. Tell me when everyone's fit.
When everyone's fit, it's Kiko and Preston.
Okay.
But right now, I'm going Ock and Preston.
And who's 13?
Moran. We don't have a lock.
I liked him at 13.
If everyone's fit, and including Thompson, it's Thompson 10, and Pangai at lock.
Nah, forget Thompson. I'm talking about this season. Because we're going to kick out back soon.
Yeah, Kikau and Preston start. Preston's never getting benched. I don't really care.
I love it. I love him, bro. I message him every week, wallah.
My bench is just doesn't really matter numerical order, but like Ock is there because I think he's pretty versatile. But I really like him in the forwards, and I think he can be a very productive player playing in the back row. I've got Topane, I've got Pele, and I've got Patolo. I think there's other names that can go there. Bench. I like Pele.
That. I like that, man. I like that, but I really want to see Rajab, bro. I have to see him. Not for anything. I just have to see him, like being. I love him.
But I don't have to see him. I don't really want a utility.
No, I'm not saying utility. I'm saying put him in the starting team.
Well, I think.
But then you diminish from Carl Oluwapu.
Yeah, and like
because I think Rajab's a 6.
I think Carl is like as much as I love Rajab. There's something about Carl like that. Rajab isn't doing what Carl did last week, but can Carl do some of the stuff Rajab does? No, but he'll get that with time.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Anyway,
there's some stuff with Carl that you just can't teach.
Me personally, I'll put Rajab at fullback. I don't know how that sounds and how that plays out, but I would love to see him at fullback because I'll tell you for one reason, right? Under the high ball, and that I still haven't seen him and whatnot, but for one reason, he actually like follows the attack. When Preston sometimes makes a little break, Hayes Perham is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, and that's
see him come after he's played the ball, like just the NPC. Like, bro, that this guy, Preston, he's so good at freeing his hands. That Pangai is so good at offloads. I don't know why you're never ever backing him. Number 2, I don't know why he's playing the Aiden Tolman role on 3rd and 4th, taking hit-ups. I really, this is why I tell you, it's like Barrett for me, and it's like the old coaches, because I don't know, like, it's not like it happens once a game, because it's like a game plan that they follow. This is constantly happening.
Well, and he's been all right under the high ball, but he had no, like he let a kick bounce. Like early on,
that fucked us, cuz.
He dropped a high ball. He let one bounce for no reason. But my preferred backline would be this though. It would be Karaz at fullback because he was sort of training there in the preseason.
I like that, bro. I gotta see Skelton in his team.
All right, think of it like this: if Perham's there for run meters, like, and Perham doesn't really pass the ball too much. Like some of these passes go to ground, some of them go to other players' hands. We've seen a couple of times this year. Like the other team, if Karaz would just be a better runner of the football, and he'd break a lot more tackles. I feel like if we want a running fullback, he'd be a lot more dangerous. Then I'd have Alamoni get dropped to reserve grade because I think it could really help him. Like, look how much, like you can see, it's like night and day. The way Flanagan played before he got dropped, and the way he played yesterday on a team that's getting smashed. It was like he was a different player.
Yeah,
I think Paul could, especially if we're shopping him around, he'd benefit from, like, what's the point of playing him for the Cowboys? You know what I mean?
Because he can go.
Because the one guy I've been wanting to see all year is Jarrell Skelton. I think people are actually getting fed up the fact that he's not playing.
Everyone's getting a chance.
Even Jarrell would be getting fed up with the fact that he's not playing.
Of course.
Like, this guy was playing rugby sevens for Australia and he can't make the Dogs team. Of course he can. So personally, I would have Karaz at fullback, Fox and Burns on the wings, and I'd have Averillo and Skelton in the centres. And leave it at that. Skelton is something that I said that Carl can't really, like, you can't really teach the stuff that Carl has. You can't really teach the stuff that Skelton has either. Just absolute, he's like a monster. I think he reminds me a lot of like David Fafita. Just the way he breaks tackles and he's just a damaging runner of the football. That's what I want to see.
All right.
Well, the forward pack is the main issue. It's not Hayes, but a quick fix to some of the problems we have would be to
I don't know where the Bulldogs go from here.
Change fullbacks, change that back line a little bit.
I hope that we improve, please, because it hurts to watch as a Bulldogs fan. And also, I want to say this. I'm going to say this. I don't want to see. We're not a rehab centre for players. I don't want to see ex-players that had problems. Like, I'm not talking about little problems. I'm talking about big problems, cases. They can't play in the NRL again. Come back to our club. That's one thing I want to say. Because it burns me, because we've had enough problems.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
Tyrone May. Is that his name?
Yeah.
We're interested in him.
I don't think he's that good, so I don't really want him. But
forget his skill, bro. I'm talking about on a human level. What the Bulldogs are about, you know what I mean?
Would you take Matt Lodge?
No, I already said this.
I don't like Matt Lodge too much, but
no, we need him, but
we need all the help we can get. And yeah, Matt Lodge has so many errors in him, especially this year. But I just feel like you want to forward that bends the line.
Like Bronson Jerry, I'm happy to like, it's fine, you know, like it's Bronson, he's a good player, you know what I mean? Maybe he's like he's gonna change what he done, whatever he done wrong. I don't know the whole issue, but they're different cases. The other ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
they're more like significant. Like there's anyway, I don't want to get into it.
I don't even know what Tyrone did. Matt Lodge, what he did was a long time.
I'll show you what Tyrone did later, and you tell me if you want this guy to wear Bulldogs jersey. Anyway, State of Origin.
Yeah,
it's here, right? We filmed Gus Storm. Let's get on a positive note, cuz. On Saturday, was it Friday?
Yeah, that's true.
Friday, we went and had a nice feed at Uncle Carl's. Shout out to Uncle Carl's. Best breakfast we've had in a long time. We done a food review, and then we just went around the whole Sydney and just filmed Gus Storm. The people loved it, and we're gonna drop it tomorrow. Well, it'll drop the same time as this. We'll drop it as the promo for this.
Yeah.
But it's that time of the year, man. Again, it's Game 2 State of Origin, and we are excited, scared, hopeful, faith. We have putting a lot of faith in this side that Brad Fittler's picked. The last time we done an episode, we thought Latrell was in the team. Been a bit of changes here and there. Talk to me, bro. How are you feeling leading up to the Origin? Like, what's the vibe inside you? We've already been hurt enough, cuz.
I'm like dead inside, bro.
We are literally dead New South Wales supporters. We're just hanging by a thread right now. But this can work in our favour, right? I personally think we're going to lose because we never win at Suncorp, and Queensland are just a much better Origin side than us. But against all odds, we might see a miracle.
I've seen Rocky. Have you seen Rocky?
I've seen Rocky, bro. I've seen Liverpool against Barcelona at Anfield. I've seen PSG, Barca. I've watched a lot of miracles. Look, see this guy.
I've seen Newcastle get top 4.
yeah, there you go. Never in the Champions League. There they are. But I've seen miracles in sports. I've seen miracles. Alex TWAL. That was a miracle again. Another miracle. It could happen, bro. And our video that we made is just a reminder that the boys got to dig deep. They got to do it for the whole state. For the KKs, for the Red Ferns, for the Observatory. Where we Observatory Hill. For the freaking up everywhere. It's got to be done.
Paulding Street roundabout.
That was the best. Talk to me, bro. What do you think? What's going on? What's in your heart right now?
Look, I obviously want to win. Every time I said the Blues are going to win, they've lost. Like, pretty much. Like, whenever I'm the most confident, they just disappoint me. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to go in this with the mindset that it's probably going to happen and we're probably going to lose. But I am picking Queensland to win, obviously. And I just feel like they just have all the confidence in the world now. But if they can overcome 2 or 8 point deficit with a man down.
I think it was 2 points.
I think it was 2, but we had a lead and had an extra man for the last 10 minutes of the game, and they bottled it. If they can do that, then we can get a win. I think we showed a lot of, I know we didn't win, but we showed a lot of signs that we can win. We played pretty good football, especially winning that battle in the middle. It's not easy.
We're at Suncorp.
We showed a lot of signs, but we're at Suncorp. And I've been to Suncorp now, and I can't even remember who Brisbane versed, because there was no other fans there. It was
Dolphins.
Dolphins. No,
it was Magic Round, wasn't it?
No, Dolphins versus the Sharks.
On Magic Round?
Yeah.
Who the hell did Brisbane
I can't remember who Brisbane
was.
Anyway, but Brisbane, it was like, for Brisbane, it was like a gang. Like, they just, it was, bro, when the Broncos scored, it was so loud.
Yeah.
100% I can't imagine how bad it's going to be when the Queensland score.
Oh, bro. It's going to hurt me, bro.
Yeah, man. And it's a hostile environment, bro. We're going to need...
Caxton's going to be
We're going to need one of the 9. There's an attack of Titan reference. All
right, listen. I think...
One of the 9.
I think about Mitchell Moses. Let's talk about Mitchell Moses. Let's talk about Reece Robinson. What do you think happens? I think Mitch Moses has a good game.
Robson.
Reece, what did I say?
Robinson.
Did I? Sorry.
There was a guy named Reece Robinson. He was Leb too.
Okay. Was it? Oh, yeah, there was.
Yeah, the Travis and Reece. Rockets.
Because isn't Reece Leb, or am I getting confused now?
No, Reece and Travis are Leb. Robinson. But Reece Robson is
Isn't Leb? That's what I'm talking about. Reece Robson. Isn't Reece Robson Leb?
No.
Okay, no, wrong person.
Robson?
Robson. Reece Robson. I personally think that he will start Reece Robson. He's not scared to start debutants. We've seen it happen before. I think he's going to try bash the middle. Try work. She's just going to try and thrash Reece Robson for about 25 minutes, half an hour.
I feel like I'm not upset that Reece got picked because...
No, I'm happy for it.
Appy and... Like, the reason why Reece Robson got picked is because the Appy and Cook are starting to get up there in age. And there's a real possibility that, like, they can retire from rep football or go through injury like they are now. Like, Appy's already started because he's working so hard, you know? Sometimes something like that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this guy's going to be there for a few years at least. He'll be around the Origin team.
I'll see him around there.
He could definitely be starting hooker in the future.
And Brayley.
Him and Brayley. Both Brayleys.
They got two brothers, they're both the twins.
They're both really good. But I'm happy he's in there. Whether he starts him, whether he comes off the bench, I know Robson's going to be a really, really good player.
Mm-hmm.
Like a really good addition to the team. Whether he starts, whether he comes off the bench. If he comes off the bench, he's going to be a real handful. Because like Cook and like Apasai,
does exploit holes.
Very zippy.
Yeah, he does. He loves it.
They're just shifty, bro.
And I think he can play as a lock as well. Like I think he can play in the middle. Like
if they
in
decide
defense,
to do
if
that.
they decide to play more kind of locks in the field. Yeah, mad sweet. I just wanted to say, Stephen Crichton got picked again. Are you happy with that? I'm not sad either.
Like, I'm just sad that Latrell's not playing. I think Crichton played pretty good in game one.
So if Latrell played, do you think we have...
But
obviously, we have a better chance, but do you think... Were you confident with winning if Latrell plays?
Oh, without a doubt.
100%.
Latrell's that sort of guy that he's not afraid of Suncorp. You know, he relishes that stuff. He lives for it.
He loves that stuff, yeah. He lives off it. Tom Trebojevic, what do we think?
He had to be there.
Is he 100% now? Are we going to see him get more involved?
I don't know if he's 100%, but he's playing. If he's playing football and he's playing at a good level, then he deserves to be there.
I think Mitchell Moses is going to be... Also, I'm just going to add on... I'm going to speak about Mitchell Moses because of Tom, Fox, Crichton. I think Mitchell Moses is going to be nippy around everywhere. He's going to be trying to create something anywhere he goes. So we're going to see, finally, Fox used, if they play on that side. We're going to see Tom used properly.
Well, Moses will be on that right side. So I'm expecting Turbo and Fox to get a lot more ball. Tedesco, it all comes down to Tedesco because how many touches he has. Mm-hmm. He's going to get his hands on the ball. It's just whether or not the play stops. Is it going to be like Michael Porter Jr. or is he going to pass the ball?
Is it going to
be James Tedesco, the possession stops here Tedesco? Or is it going to be James, I do whatever that's best for the team.
Teddy.
I don't worry about my own numbers. I just get the win. So you know what I
mean? I think he does play like that, bro. I think he does think about the team, but just game one, he just made some bad decisions.
Like Adokar's unmarked on the wing. You don't pass in the ball, you run it and get stopped. Everyone's going to look at that stuff.
Twice as well.
When you lose by such a small margin in a game that you could have just blown, we should have blown them away.
Yeah,
we could have blown them away. We made the opportunities. Frizzell got stopped by Tuolangi.
Tuolangi stopped like 3 tries, bro.
Yeah, man. What a machine.
Yeah, he had an unbelievable game, bro, in defense. You want to give a quick score prediction?
I'm gonna go 26-16 Queensland. It could be 13 plus. It could be a New South. Like, it really does depend on Moses and Tedesco. I feel like if everyone else plays the way they did last in game one,
we'll be fine.
We'll be sweet. It's just the main sort of we need to just shuffle the lineup a bit more. Murray must start. I don't care.
He's not starting, cuz, trust me.
Murray must start.
He's not starting. We know what Brett Fittler's going to do. Anyway, listen.
If he starts it, it could be a different game. Like, we were very close to winning that game. We should have won.
And he didn't start, and he didn't think. All right, my prediction. I'm going to go with. I think it's going to be a very, very tight game, bro. Like, I don't think Queensland are going to mop us. Wallah, watch this back, and they absolutely rape us.
32-10.
Yeah. You're saying 32-10. New South Wales. Okay, I like the Baydot on you, son. All right, no worries. I like that.
I'm gonna seen visions, bro.
I'm gonna go with 14-8 Queensland. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a very, very tight game, and I think the Blues will score first, and it'll give them that and then it's just down from there. So, but I think we don't play that bad. Then I think Queensland just do better than us. Let's talk about one more thing actually. It's the last thing before we wrap it up. Ben Hunt.
Yeah.
Ben Hunt he's asking for an immediate release from the Dragons.
But it got shut down.
He got shut down, but they're going to have to really listen to him because, like you said, they don't want to really build around this player if he doesn't want to be there. Okay, I'm going to start this. I'm going to say Ben Hunt has been carrying the Dragons for a while. I'm a big Ben Hunt fan. I think people don't appreciate him and respect him as much as they should just because of one knock-on that happened in a grand final a few years ago. But I don't like the Dragons. I'm not a Dragons fan. I hate Dragons supporters. I deal with them on a daily basis. But I feel like the Dragons listened to him. And whatever he wanted, they did for him, right? And I didn't know this until James Graham said it. So it's not my genuine knowledge, but James Graham came out and said he wanted Griffin. They got him Griffin. He wanted his mates to come and help him, McCulloch and I don't know who else. They got him in. McCulloch's retired now. Didn't really do well for them. And all these things that he's asked for and the money that he gets paid is not a small amount. What's he on? Do you know what he's on?
A lot.
He's on $1 million? Is he on $1 million?
$1 million and then like...
He was one of them, like...
I think a little bit less for his extension.
Okay, no worries. Anyway, so that's that. So I don't know what... maybe he's just looked and said, oh, they got rid of everyone. I don't want to be here. It's more of like a crybaby kind of thing for me. But I love it. I'm here for it. Because Bulldogs need a 7, right? We need Ben Hunt. So go and get him, right? I think, personally, he's not going to come to the Bulldogs. Oh yeah, Phil Gould actually shared the article of it on Twitter and deleted it immediately. Because I wanted to comment on it, and it was immediately deleted. So I don't know, maybe that's...
What was the article?
About Ben Hunt asking for an immediate release. Just off when it first happened, he shared it, and then he deleted it. So maybe it's an accident, I don't know. But I'd be very happy to have Ben Hunt. The guy's even going to the extent where he wants to pay himself out of the contract, which is crazy. I've never seen a player do that. The guy really does not want to be there.
Yeah, and okay, so I'm going to tell you why. Ben Hunt is like 33 years old, man. He knows he's only got a couple playing years left. He still hasn't won a ring. And a person that could be, it's going to... A lot of people believe that he's solely responsible for Broncos not winning in 2015. I don't like to think that.
No, I don't think so.
I can understand why some people would think that or have a lot of animosity towards Ben Hunt. But I feel like he wants to capture that championship. That will really solidify and cement his career.
So do you think... I got a question for you. And this is the biggest one. I don't know if it's possible because salary cap issues, but it's Roosters. I think he goes Roosters, bro.
I think there are a multitude of ways he can get into a team. I think the Dragons are going to be looking at it and seeing what they can get for it.
300 grand probably.
Yeah, or like a player swap. Like that's why I think the Sharks, like I know they have Moylan, but I just feel like they'd be a way better team with...
Hines plays 6 and Ben Hunt goes to the 7
I feel like Hines is more of a 6 personally.
No, that's 100%.
And,
I don't see him as a fullback.
Imagine Hines and Hunt, bro. They're going to be absolute machines. And they give away Trindle or maybe even Moylan.
And they even have a good team for it to go and win a premiership. The Sharks. The only thing that's worried about the Sharks is the defense.
That's why it's just a gamble that's worth taking. And you want a player that plays in big games. Ben Hunt's one of those guys, you know. And they struggle to beat top 8 teams. It would really change that.
Yeah,
he
but
could be like Adam Reynolds for them. A second team I think is Brisbane, but whether he or not he wants to play 9 is the question.
Yeah, they need a proper 9. I don't know. No, I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
Because they have Billy Walters there, and Mam's still very young. I'm sure Mam would be okay with playing 14. But why? Like the Brisbane have something. The Broncos have something good going.
So they don't
Walters isn't going to want to replace his son with Ben Hunt.
How about the Dolphins?
The Dolphins is the one I think is the
biggest shout for me.
The most likely because they have the most money to throw and they desperately need a marquee player, but they have Sean O'Sullivan.
Yeah, but Sean O'Sullivan and Ben Hunt.
Yeah, personally I think Ben can play 6, 7 or 9, so he can offer a lot of value to a team that requires any of those positions to be filled. I think obviously he's going to want to play 6 or 7 more than 9, but the Dolphins need a player like him. And I think they're going to sort of fall off towards the end of the season because lack of depth and just like
injuries as well.
Origin, like
missing key players.
Origin, and they do leak a lot of points. Like that Titans game, like they could have most easily been a loss. They've had a lot of games that they probably should have lost that didn't, but like they got off lucky with a lot to work on. For like the Dolphins, as the season goes on, they're only going to really get worse. I don't think they're going to be in the 8. But Ben Hunt could change that, especially this season. I think the Roosters, they need a half. Now with Kiri, everything that's going on with his contract, everything that's going on with his health, They could use a player like him.
Are we good? Are we good? All right, listen, let's that's Ben Hunt's Saga. Shane Flanagan's there to drag us out. Congratulations to that. So that's a
great
good sign.
for them.
I really want to Shane.
Yeah, I want to Shane too.
I love Shane. I think he's a good coach. I even like his commentary. He's good at commentary.
Because he's done this before, bro. It's not like he's a rookie.
And it's not like the Sharks were like rubbish when he took
over, bro.
They were bad.
He in 2-3 years, bro, took over that team to a premiership. You know what I mean?
All right, let's get into the tips before we wrap it up. First game, Dragons Warriors. I need your quick fire.
Yeah, Warriors.
Warriors all day.
Yeah, all day.
Especially with this Ben Hunt Saga. Dolphins Para.
I'm going Parramatta.
You reckon Moses and that they'll be back?
Is that Friday?
No, it's Saturday. Friday.
Yeah,
there's no game on Thursday this week.
Yeah, mad. 100% Para.
Okay.
Para's a mad team.
All right.
In the 8 now.
Yeah, they had a big climb. Penrith Newcastle. That's actually I reckon it's gonna be one of the best games of the week.
Panthers Newcastle will be really hard. I'm gonna go. It depends if Marju's back. Because we don't know the team this year. He got suspended by his own team.
Yeah,
which is a guy that's playing that good.
Why? But I don't know.
He missed the team bus and missed the plane.
Oh my god!
So that's
fair. That's fair. You gotta have discipline.
But whether it's 1 week, I don't know. But I'm still gonna go with the Knights.
Okay,
with or without him.
I'll say Penrith, Melbourne and Manly.
That was a mad game before, but I'm going Melbourne. They're playing a lot better now. Actually,
Melbourne, man. You have to go with Melbourne, bro.
I'm going Melbourne, but I don't know if because I don't know if Turbo's gonna be back or not.
I'm going Melbourne regardless. Bring Turbo, bring Cherry. Melbourne's gonna win that game. Brisbane, Gold Coast.
Is that game in Melbourne? Sorry,
Suncorp.
Okay.
Melbourne's game's in Amy Park.
Yeah.
And then you got Brisbane and Gold Coast. It's Suncorp.
Brisbane, Gold Coast. Oh, Brisbane all day.
They own
the Titans, bro. They own them.
South Sydney Rabbitohs and North Queensland Cowboys. I think Tromit will be back, bro. Souths, yeah, and then Roosters Canberra. I'm gonna go Canberra.
I'm going Canberra.
I'll go Canberra.
Yeah.
I don't think Roosters deserve to win any of those games that they.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the Newcastle game, but the Bulldogs won.
Yeah. If Marju played, they'd probably win. To be honest.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Wrap it up, league lads. Happy days. Love you all.
I want to talk about Gutherson.
Yeah, I have to. You did?
No, I did not.
Okay, go. How long are we now?
I don't care.
Okay, go.
Stop. I've had enough of this whole Gutherson. They apparently want Gutherson to move to center. He's got an X Factor. Like, Hord, bro. He's one of the best fullbacks in the league. He does all the dirty work. I want to put my respect on Gutherson's name, bro. I want to put my respect on his name. The guy showed up for King's birthday. He was probably the best player on that finals run last year.
He was unbelievable.
Because he's what turned them around when he started playing at a high level. He's just so good defensively. He's just so good with the ball in his hand.
I'm gonna call this segment "Get That Respect."
Mate, just put some respect.
Put some respect on my name.
RESPEC.
SPK. Birdman. SPK.
Yeah.
Respect.
Man, he's just a quality player. You don't need to be looking for other fullbacks.
Okay, so Gutherson gets that respect thing.
I needed to say something.
I got two players.
Go.
Moran, we said it before.
Yeah.
But Preston.
Yeah,
respect
what a guy, bro.
Love you boys, bro. Legends. Thank you so much. You just make me happy as a Bulldogs fan.
Preston's got New South Wales selection.
He's not a Queenslander, is he?
No, he grew up in Manly, bro.
Yes.
He went to my uncle's mechanic, Belrose Auto Care.
And he's white, so he's probably 100% probably gonna get.
What picked. A mullet too!
I love his mullet.
Get the brother in Origin in the next couple of years. He's got that written all over him.
Hopefully, bro.
All right, boys.
Enjoy Origin, everyone. Hang in there. Like the video that the Gus TOUM part 2, please. We put a lot of effort into editing it and all that. Share it, let everyone see it. Let's try to get Gus School to reply to it again on Twitter.
Yeah.
And we love you all. Take it easy.
Later, boys.